Hey guys, it's Kelly, and today I am so excited to bring you a 2021 Kia Telluride EX. The Kia Telluride came out in 2020, and honestly, no one has stopped talking about it since the car came out. It's Kia's largest SUV, it's got a third row, it's super sassy on the outside, and I'm so excited to show you guys everything it has to offer. Let's get started. Let's start with the exterior because I think it is one of the best looking cars on the road. It totally gives me Range Rover vibes without a Range Rover price tag, so that's awesome. I love the front end grille with the Telluride spelt out nicely. Awesome chrome elements, kind of an understated hood, but it really blends in nicely to the body lines. I think the exterior is awesome. Looking around her side profile, again, just beautiful body lines. I chose to do in this Alpine white color today because I think it looks amazing. We've got chrome roof rails, chrome all the way around the windows. And then kind of like a chrome element down here as well. The wheels are gorgeous. Stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm actually going to build my own Telluride to kind of talk you through the different trim levels, the different colors, and tell you which one I think is worth the most bang for your buck. Let's come around to the back end. She's pretty cute. I think these taillights are so cool, like with the, I don't know what you call this, the little, you know what I'm saying. Love the back end. Windshield wiper, I would prefer to be under there like they did in the new Sorento because that looks so sassy and it really cleans at the back end. But overall, I love the exterior. I think it really catches your eyes on the road. This car gets compared to the Palisade a lot because if you don't know, Hyundai actually owns Kia. So these two cars are basically like fraternal twins. All right, here's a shot of me in the driver's seat. The car is super comfortable. The seats have some nice contouring on them. They've got a lot of different ways to adjust it, including lumbar support. The steering wheel feels really nice, it's leather wrapped, and the elements and just the design of this car is honestly spectacular. It's the only way I can really think to describe it. This specific EX has an MSRP of $41,000, which compared to other cars in its class is quite affordable. Now, the Telluride unfortunately is in high demand, so a lot of dealerships are selling Tellurides for over MSRP, anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 over. So, once the demand slows down, I think these cars are going to be a really great value. But until it slows down, you are going to be paying a premium for them. Let's talk about some of my elements on the door. We've got this really beautiful exposed wood that goes nicely into this chrome trim, and then some nice leather bolstering here. And then the side cubbies, I'm going to be honest, are just okay. They're not the deepest. There is one spot for a water bottle, and then it's pretty consistent in size. So, liking my door. Let's get you inside. All right, let's talk a little bit about the interior, especially from the driver's perspective. I've got a lot of nice driver's comfort features and some really good safety features and mom features. So let's dive into them. First, starting with my steering wheel controls, this Kia Telluride EX comes equipped with a lot of nice safety features. We've got the blind spot, the backup camera, frontal collision warning, rear brake assist, all the things that I would expect to find in a family vehicle. Moving on to some of the comfort features, we've got a nice little compartment down here, a good place for your phone that's also a wireless charger. We've got two cup holders up here and then also two cup holders back here, which I love because my kids in car seats aren't needing to use those cup holders right now, so the fact that as a driver I could have 4 cup holders in reach, like really excites me. We also have some fun, just overall cool kid features. We got something called Sounds of Nature, so instead of something like music playing, we could have a crackling fireplace, an open air cafe, or even a rainy day. That one would be dangerous for potty training children. So kind of a funny feature. Don't know if I would totally use it, but I kind of like the option. We also have something called Passenger Talk. So Passenger Talk will allow you to communicate with the people in the back seat without having to turn yourself, which of course would be a safety hazard. So by simply pressing the Passenger Talk button, you can hear in the back seat. So I could be like, hey George, where do you want to go to lunch? And he's not even 2, so he wouldn't respond, but the point is he could hear me. So I think that is awesome, and it's so easy to get to. We also have something called Quiet Mode. Now you're going to find these features on all the newer Kia and Hyundais, but I think they're important to talk about. Quiet Mode, when selected, will actually turn down the radio in the back seats and only have it in here. So I would love that because I like to listen to podcasts a lot when I'm driving, but after George falls asleep, I don't always need to have like the morning toast blasting in the back seat. So I would definitely use that feature if I had it. Imagine you could have your own backup singers with Passenger Talk. Elizabeth's gonna think we're so crazy.
She's not gonna put that in.
Overall, I really like the infotainment system in the Kia Telluride. I think it's very user-friendly. I love that it's a touchscreen, but it also comes with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So if I were to personally be in the vehicle, I wouldn't be worried about like the navigation and even some of like the radio features, because I would just use it through Apple CarPlay, which I think is awesome. Moving on to some of the other comfort features in the Telluride, let's talk about our center console. It's a pretty decent size. I forgot my diaper, but I did find this Blippi toy in my purse, so for reference, it's pretty big if you look at it compared to Blippi. So that's exciting. There is a USB in here, 2 USBs up here actually, and a 12 volt. We also have heated and ventilated seats in this car. So here's a shot of me in the second row. So the Telluride comes with both captains and bench, but unfortunately the bench is only available in the lower trim level. So I am doing captain's chairs today. But in the captain seats, I actually have some great legroom. I've set this seat for myself, and I'm really tall, about 6 feet. So as you can see, I've got plenty of knee clearance. We have ceiling vents, and then we also have our climate control up here, which I really like, because if it's down here, sometimes little feet can, you know, kick it and get involved. Here are those back cup holders I talked about earlier, and then check this out. 2 USBs on either side, which is freaking awesome. We also have sunshades on either side. And then some small side cubbies. There's no additional cup holders on the door, but since we have these, I'm okay with that. The comfort of the seats is actually, honestly, pretty comfortable. And then as far as the car seat setup is concerned, I'm going to show you my car seats in a second, but we have 2 sets of lower anchors on the captain's chairs, 1 lower anchor in the back, and then we have tether anchors on this seat, this seat, this seat, and this seat. So that's a total of 4 tether anchors and 3 sets of lower anchors. All right, so now I'm going to show you the car seats, just to give you a general idea of the space. So I have brought my Graco Extend-A-Fit. I've installed it forward facing. It's important to note that the headrest in the second row are removable, but only the middle headrest in the third are removable. Again, on the captain's chairs, we have 2 sets of lower anchors, on 1 on each seat, and then tether anchors as well. So here's a shot of my Graco Extend-A-Fit installed forward facing to give you an idea of the space. Okay, so here's a shot of my Up Baby Mesa with this seat set for myself. It is a little tight. I actually can't even put this bar down. Luckily in the Mesa, it's okay to drive with it up. So if you are considering this car, that's something to think about. I'm a fairly tall driver and I'm not able to put this bar down with this seat set for myself. All right, let's talk about the third row access, because while it's not car seat friendly, it is very easy to do, especially if it's gonna be children riding the third row, which, let's be honest, it probably is. So there's 2 ways to access it. There's a button down here, which if you just press it slightly, ever so slightly, it'll fold that seat forward and push it up. Super easy for a child to do. I love the placement because anyone can reach it. This lever just folds this seat down, so that'll be more utilized just for cargo space. But let me get in the third row. The button is also up here as well, so it's a little bit more convenient for me to press this button, so I'm gonna press that. Now here's a shot of me in the third row. The more I sit in vehicles of this size, honestly, the more I'm realizing is they're just not necessarily full-size third row. But compared to the other ones in its class, I'm actually pleasantly comfortable. We have this seat pushed all the way back, so I have the least amount of legroom possible, and my knees still aren't touching the back, so that's awesome. Now, the Telluride does come in either a 7 or an 8 passenger, depending on if you get the bench or the captain's chair. So there are 3 seats back here. That's why we have this little dangly thing up here. That's the middle seat belt. I think 3 back here is a stretch at the, my thigh is clearly into that middle seat. So I don't really think this is I would not consider this an 8 passenger, to be honest, but maybe in a pinch it would work. I also like that the third row actually has some amenities back here. It's not like an afterthought, like we're just pushed back here. We have our own vents, we've got a little bit of lighting, we've got USBs, and we've got like 2 cup holders on both sides. So that's really surprising. I also love how easy it is to exit the third row. Again, if you're gonna be having children back here, it's just that button up at the top so they can get in and out without your help, which is amazing. The car seat anchors in the third row are in this seat, and then there's tether anchors in this seat and this seat. So this seat has a lot of nothing, just a seat to sit in. So that's the third row. All right, and then finally, let's dive into the trunk. So with the third row up, the trunk is what the trunk is. It's bigger than some other ones in its class, so I'm excited to see that. I brought my Up Baby Vista stroller today, so I'm going to see if it fits with the third row up, and then I'll put the third row down. We do have a little extra compartment down here, which is awesome. Hide your Christmas presents, store your kids' change of clothes here, whatever you want to use. I love, love, love that. We also have some lights down back here to illuminate the trunk. That makes it easier for looking for things at night. But while you're here, let's see if this Vista can fit in the trunk. I mean, I could definitely rearrange it, but I actually think that's gonna work. Nice. So these buttons right here, it literally says second, I'm an idiot. they will fold down the second row for you. So that's actually pretty cool. And then I guess to do this one, you just do these little tabs. Wasn't expecting that. I thought that would do the third row for some reason. But that's nice because, I mean, we have car seats there and seats push back, but it's nice that you can control all the seats from right here. And now you can see with that third row down, I mean, your cargo space is insane. So, really liking it. I really like this car. I really do. I would totally drive it. Okay, so you want me to talk about the drive, so I'm gonna do my best. This is a 3.8 liter V6. It gets about 26 on the highway, 20 in the city for like around like 23 combined. The drive is really good. I would say compared to the Palisade, I definitely think the Telluride drives a little sportier. The handling's a little bit tighter. The acceleration in both kind of seem the same to me, but I do like the handling. The visibility in this car is pretty decent. That back windshield's a little bit smaller than some of the other cars I've toured, but overall my visibility is pretty good. I like the drive, I really do. We'll get it on this little road a little bit so you can hear some of the road noise, or should I say lack of road noise, because it really is. I mean, you can hear that engine a little bit, but as far as like the cabin noise, it's actually pretty quiet. Yeah, it really does. It's zippy. I like it actually. All right, everyone, that is gonna wrap up my 2021 Kia Telluride tour. Overall, I really like this car. It's got a 5-star safety rating. It's got good gas mileage. Kia comes with a great warranty. It's a 5-year 60 bumper to bumper, 10-year 100 on the powertrain. So it's a good car. I think once that price goes down, it really is gonna be a good vehicle for the value. Make sure you head to my Instagram @thecarmom. I do a lot more car related content there, including tours of used cars. So if you're interested in something like that, head to my Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Okay guys, let's build my very own 2021 Kia Telluride. So I played with it a little bit. The first thing I want to talk about is the colors that come on the Telluride, because they actually have so many nice options. I'm really loving this dark moss. I think that totally goes with its rugged exterior. I also think this everlasting silver is a nice color on it, but look at this wolf gray. Are you kidding? It is like a matte. I've seen it in person. It's like a matte-ish. It's not really matte, but it's just like a non-metallic light gray color, and I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna get that. The interior colors are pretty cool. I mean, there's like a chocolate option, but the only thing is you can't always get all the combinations that you want. So there's like this beautiful chocolate. There's like a saddle color, or butterscotch as they call it. I am actually going to stick with just the black leather because I think that looks really nice. And then let's get into the different trim levels. So after kind of going through the two of them, I really found the LX and the S to be very base and kind of lacking on some of the comfort features and just some of the features I think that make the Telluride as special as it is. So I am going to go up to the EX, and then I'm also going to select the premium package. Basically, when you select the EX plus the premium package, it really gives you all of the features of the SX except for some things like the heads-up display. I also have the Nightfall package selected because I just like love the look that it gives the exterior. I mean, do you need to spend $1,200 on just exterior things? No, but I really do think it looks awesome. So I'm going to keep those two trims. As far as adding other things, there was nothing too crazy popping out at me. The Telluride does come in either a bench or captain's chairs, but you can't get the bench seat in anything above the S trim level. So this one comes with captain's chairs. And then when I go to summary, that would bring my MSRP to $44,300. Unfortunately, if you're watching this video in February of 2021, the Tellurides are in such high demand, it is almost impossible to buy a Telluride for MSRP. I've seen them go from anywhere from $2,000, $3,000 to $10,000 over, so it's not the time to get a good deal. So anyway, thanks for watching.